If you want to talk about things on Earth that cause climate change, look at volcanoes. Look at how much carbon is emitted from a volcano. It's absurd.
The War Room. Infowars.com/show.
Welcome back to the War Room, folks. We are about to be joined by Alex Jones. Of course, obviously just finished up the Alex Jones Show, syndicated on hundreds of radio stations nationwide. And he wants to get into the hurricane and everything that's going on right now, the earthquake that just hit Mexico City that's breaking right now. Alex, what's on your mind?
Well, my friend, the big thing that we've all been talking about during the break here, we've even got earthquakes happening in Oklahoma and Arkansas and Texas the last year. That's not been recorded in decades. You've now got huge quakes hitting all over Asia, all over the Pacific Rim, all over North Korea, South Korea, Japan, China. And now the big question is, a lot of seismologists and experts are saying that the super caldera that we know has covered the entire United States basically 3 times in ancient history is very, very active, set to explode. They think in the next 100 years. That could be next week or obviously 99 years from now. But that's what the computer models are saying. So there's all these active things happening. But we know that you have the biggest quake in Mexican modern history since they've had seismographs over 100 years. That happened last week at 8.1. Now a 7.1 right in the middle of Mexico City going up towards California and those big fault lines up there that are 12 years overdue for a mega quake, Owen. So again, we are on a planet in space by an active sun with magma under the tectonic plates that we float on. So the congressman there, Chuck Johnson in Georgia, thinks that islands are floating on the water. He doesn't know that there are mountains sticking up, but in a way, he's right. Guam is connected to the crust. It's floating on lava, on magma in the Earth's mantle. So, Owen Schroyer, we're reporting live right now on Facebook Mentions. I know you're on our AM and FM affiliates and TV affiliates, like great cable station in Houston, and also sending out your own feeds at Infowars.com/show. But back to you to give us your take on this. Now, you've got the big speech Trump gave at the UN today, and open college professors saying, you know, prepare to kill all the cops. It is a total communist civil war they're trying to stage. A crazy time to be alive right now.
It certainly is, and that's why we're expanding our live broadcasting, because news is breaking all the time. We can't possibly cover it in just 4 hours. We need 10 hours. So we have David Knight in the morning, the Alex Jones Show, and then the War Room here with you now. And let's not forget, too, that North Korea, they've been testing bombs. They've had bombs that have registered, I believe, as 6.8 level earthquakes, if I'm not mistaken. I think that those are what the bombs were registering as. Then you also had the latest reports coming out saying that Kim Jong-un's latest nuclear testing with a hydrogen bomb has caused a super volcano to become active again. So that's some crazy stuff, too. And while all of the liberals want to cry about global warming, want to cry about climate change, saying that man is causing climate change, essentially the plan is to tax your carbon use and basically tax you into poverty so that you can't do anything anymore because you can't afford the carbon taxes. Only if you're a rich elite can you afford the carbon taxes. But the same Hollywood celebrities that warn you of man-made global warming literally had air condition set up outside of the Emmys. So they were air conditioning the outside, wasting energy. But none of them, all of the people that complain about man-made climate change, none of them mention the geoengineering that is on record, spraying chemicals in the sky, cloud seeding, weather fighting, weather weapons. This is all on record, declassified government action. So you've got that going on. You've got private groups that now claim they can cloud seed to either cause rain or to stop rain from happening. But Hollywood and the liberals are silent on that man-made global warming. Then you've got nuclear testing, nuclear bombs being tested. How about Kim Jong-un that just tested a hydrogen bomb that has now caused a super volcano to go active again? If you want to talk about things on Earth that cause climate change, look at volcanoes. Look at how much carbon is emitted from a volcano. It's absurd to say that humans emit more carbon than a volcano. Kim Jong-un tests a hydrogen bomb, causes a super volcano to go active again. Liberals are silent. Liberals are silent. Of course, that's just one angle of it. That's just one angle of it. But we've got the hurricanes happening now. It's hurricane season, the most active hurricane season in recent memory. But, you know, ignore all the other planets in deep space that cause eclipses, that cause tide changes, that cause weather changes. Just ignore all that, because you don't want to think about how you're on a big planet out in deep space. You're not supposed to think about that. You're not supposed to think beyond your little Twitter account, your little Facebook account, and your little box apartment. That's what they want you to do. Stuck on the internet ghetto, stuck in your little smart box apartment. That's how they want you to live, and you can't afford the carbon tax. That's only for the elites. So you've got all of this going on right now, and really more than anything, I think that it's, whether you believe in God or the biblical prophecy as, you know, divine intervention, it is playing itself out. I mean, you cannot deny that. If you read the Bible, it's undeniable that what you're seeing is happening and was laid before us in the Bible. That's why they call it the Rock of Ages. That's why the Bible's been around for thousands and thousands of years. So we've got Paul Nehlen coming up on the other side. We've also got tons of clips of President Trump's powerful speech at the UN today. He got a round of applause when he addressed Iran. He's receiving praise from Netanyahu overall on his speech. He said, "America first," right to the UN's face. Boy, that really stung him. He also basically took some jabs at socialism and Venezuela, and the crowd was a little shocked. Whoa. Did Trump just bash the glorious socialism? How dare Trump say negatively that socialism doesn't work? In fact, here's what we should do on the way out. Let's go to Bernie Sanders, who wants a single-payer health system, brings on a Canadian doctor to try to prop up the single-payer system is great, and kind of came out with a little bit of egg on his face. Here's Bernie Sanders.
If I have a patient who's got migraines and I need advice about how to manage it, they might wait several months to see a neurologist for a non-urgent problem like that, or non-urgent surgeries, the classic example being a hip or a knee replacement.
So how long will it take me in the office?
You know, it depends on where you are in the country. Sometimes it's a few months, sometimes it's a year. In some places, sometimes it's been even longer than that people wait for a hip or a knee replacement. And I think that's totally unacceptable. I don't think that we should stand for it in our system. I think that there's no reason why people should have to wait. And
think about that. When are the times that you have to wait if you try to get a driver's license? These are the times. Whenever you have to deal with government, if you ever have jury duty, you're always constantly sitting around waiting. Anytime you have to deal with the government, even if you're like a witness to a minor incident, you're going to be sitting around waiting hours. Anytime you deal with the government, you're sitting, you're waiting. It's taxing. It sucks. You don't want to deal with it. Why would we want to put the government in charge of our health care? It makes no sense. And so here's Bernie Sanders. Single payer is the way to go. I want to bring on this Canadian doctor to tell you how great it is. The Canadian doctor's like, yeah, I can't stand for this. This isn't good. People have to wait years for simple hip replacement or knee replacement. Yeah, it pretty much sucks. Okay, we are going to have to end this segment early. Cut this from the feed. Don't even let them play it on the War Room. Don't let them do it.
This is the return
of the Republic.
And this is the War Room with Owen Schroyer at Infowars.com/.